Back on the 76 today. Going to be putting new rotors and pads on the front. A while back I was kind of talking about and considering whether or not I just needed to start swapping to newer axles or front end and stuff. And really for where I want to end up with this thing, at least in my head right now, is it's just going to stay two-wheel drive. So I don't want to go, trying to buy straight axles and do all that swapping stuff. And really for right now, I mean, it drives around well, the transmission's working nice, the engine's running decent. It shakes pretty bad on the brakes. So like that's the worst thing going on with it right now. And we'll take care of that. I also did notice underneath the truck there that it looks like one of the mufflers and tailpipes came loose from each other. So it's just dumping exhaust into the truck. Probably try to take care of that today too. And if you didn't catch it already, we have new to us wheels and tires. I just was trying to get by on the old ones for a little while. I ended up having 2 more blowouts, and we just run out of spare tires at that point in time. These are just stock wheels with a lot better tires on them actually. But I couldn't just do that with the old stuff because I had 3 16-inch and 3 16.5s. So I didn't even have a good matching set. And considering there's about 2 tire options for a 16.5 that I could find online that aren't a mud tire, it really just, I needed to get rid of that stuff, which sucks too, because I found a really nice set of 16.5s that I would have loved to put on here. They would have looked amazing, but it just, without the tire options, I just do not want to be dealing with that. So these were just the least expensive full set that are a much better condition tire that I could find. They're not really what I wanted to get, but they look actually nice. They've really improved the look of the truck just to be matching and then to have the white face instead of some shitty spray painted black ones. So I don't hate the look, but I'd really still want to do something a little bit different. Alright, well, probably an extra good thing that we're doing this today, because there's definitely some play in there, and it seems to be in the wheel bearings. Well, that's interesting for caliper retention. Sure looks like it's just the one bolt on the top, and then this little, like, almost I-beam piece of steel comes out. Crazy, I haven't seen that before. Huh, a little steel spring shim on there. That's neat. And loose. Well, that was easier. Why didn't I just start that way? Well, the bearings look great, so I'm just going to reuse them. And for as well packed as they are, I'm betting somebody did it recently, because even the grease in there looks pretty fresh. So, why they did that and not do the brakes while they were there, I don't know. But we'll just we'll do the same. We'll just transfer it over. Actually, it is pretty damn new grease. Seal came out nice too. Awesome. A little bit more finger tight this time though. I like that. New cotter pin sounds like a great idea. Alright, I need to squeeze calipers back in for the new pads. Should probably make sure they fit first. Yeah, that looks like them. So I like to pop the top off of the brake fluid reservoir just so that it doesn't try to build pressure up there and fight trying to push them back in. Which, being as it is diligently topped that off a while back, we're probably going to squeeze a bunch out all over the ground. So we'll see how that goes. This may seem like overkill, but if you ever come across a great big C-clamp like this, especially one that's got enough thread to get all the way closed, just buy the dang thing, because for this type of thing, it works wonderful, and there's plenty of other uses where you just need something really big that can clamp. And, you know, I don't care how big your pliers are, it just, you're not gonna be able to do what you can with this. I have two of these actually. The other one's modified so that it works as a valve spring compressor, and that works great too. Okay, they look the same inside and out. Woo! It's getting warm with that sunshine on my back. Days like today make it really understand. Days like today really make it easy to understand the term shade tree mechanic, because it was nice while that tree was still providing shade. I think that is too tight. Little hit on the bench grinder with the flat on one side, and then the angle part here also needed to be opened up. Now we got new ones of the springs. Go to the other side. Maybe there's some shade over there. It doesn't look like it though. Alright, the other driver's side had even newer looking grease in it, and again, good bearings and seal, so just reused all of that stuff. Gonna make sure we give it a few safety pumps before I forget about anything. Oh yeah, there's pedal back. Alright, it's good. Should be in good shape. I don't know if I'm going to test drive it right now. It kind of looked... Finally got some shade to get rid of the heat, but it might rain here in a little bit, so we'll see if we can get that exhaust fixed in the meantime. Well, boy, you can see somebody was doing a real great job with the exhaust hangers down here. But this has about a 1/4 inch of the most hung in there. It was never welded. there's no clamp to be seen. So I'm guessing that was we forgot to weld it kind of situation there. Honestly, I'm just gonna probably grab the welder and tack that thing in there a little bit and it'll be good enough. I'm not even gonna try to fully weld it because, I mean, you just see how rusty all this stuff is. It's hardly worth saving, especially when, you know, there's not a hanger from, let's see, back here about a foot in front of the rear tire all the way up to the manifold. Nothing at all holding it up other than that. There's a nice crappy well on a crappy exhaust. I was actually trying to clean it up so I could hold the ground clamp on here. Wouldn't make contact. I actually had to hold the ground clamp against here while I was welding, but after I welded the first one, it kind of micro-welded itself, so I didn't have to hold on to it. So that was kind of a neat new trick to learn, but I only welded this side. It's good enough for what this exhaust is already, because see, there's hangers on the one side, but the mechanic wire is holding up one tube and not the other. There you can see it, because there's no mounts further back until all the way back at the tailpipe. So there's only like, you know, 15, 16 feet of exhaust pipe just dangling under this truck mostly. Well, since we're back to blue sky, I'm going to try to get this front tank in. I had to order a different set of straps. These are an ST03 kit, which claims to be for the like much newer trucks, like all the way up through like 96, I think. I think it says 80 through 96 on it. However, I needed this end on it because the kit that LMC truck sells is shorter than this, and they have a hole on both ends, and it just doesn't fit on this chassis because of the way the tabs on the frame are. So I'm going to try these ones. I don't know if these are going to fit either, but hopefully they will. To protect the tank from rubbing through, I can see some evidence of old rubberized kind of something on the old one, but since I don't have anything that's a direct fit, I do have some rubber sound deadening laying around that I can stick up there on those locations. It would stick to the new tank a lot better, except I don't know the exact positioning, so if I put it up on the frame, then I don't have to worry about it. But that'll help keep this from being a rub wear with vibration and all that, and it'll help end up making it stick better too. Well, it's been an hour trying to get this tank fitted because while it fits, it doesn't fit. I had to modify stuff. I'll just show you. You can see it's in there. Had to use the longest strap from the newer truck kit and one strap from the one that supposedly fit, as well as the hardware from the kit that fit, supposedly. You can see the supposed kit's just got a little J-hook that drops into the factory one, versus how the factory one's actually supposed to be hooked in there. But we needed the length of the bolt up on top in order to pull it up. And that one just bolts in tight, so I can see how that one was designed to work with that J-hook in order to have the adjustment. The newer truck one was just too short to make this. It was ending like right down here, and it was trying to bend on a double thick. It wasn't going to reach and make it work. Also had to notch out that carrier bearing mount and bend the lip of the gas tank, because clearly those two things were never built for each other. So I'm sure this tank is meant to fit all of the F-Series. However, an F-Series with that carrier bearing, it doesn't fit without modification, and this would be something that would be way easier if I had the thing up in the air where it was just easy to let the tank in and out versus fighting with it every time. You know, or better yet, if the bed was off, you'd be able to see how the tank fits against the frame properly. But Now I'm at the point where at least there's a little bit of room here to get up in there and put the hoses on, but the hoses are so just dried up and hard that I can't actually get them to slip on. So that'll be, I'll just order new ones of those, and it'll make life a lot easier there versus, I don't know, I could be down here another hour trying to fight with that, trying to force it on when it just will not bend or go somewhere else. So yeah, things to be prepared for when, you know, parts fit, but they don't.